What is going on, guys? And today we're going to be looking how to remove contamination or glue or some type of glue from the stickers, from the paint, and apparently from the shadow lines. That's the BMW. It's an M3, and I had covered that stuff like all over the perimeter, which was disgusting and it sucks. As we still have a little bit of like dehazing or haziness on aluminum parts. So I'll show you how to polish it after all, but for those kind of stickers we're gonna need to use a couple different techniques or couple different solutions like GooOf, isopropyl alcohol or acetone, or even soapy water in some cases. For that particular one we're gonna be using the acetone, but we're still gonna try to use these three, also the clay bar, which I'm gonna bring in right now. Okay guys, for that job we're gonna be using like small piece of clay bar, and we'll try to clean that little small or little area here with the clay bar, which is most likely not gonna happen. The clay bar have ability to scratch some like surfaces. So for that, we're gonna need to use a little bit of soapy water, spray it on a clay bar itself and on a surface we're gonna be working with, and go in the motion left to the right. It's not necessarily has to be left to the right. You can do rotary motions, but apparently with the particular setup, we gotta do, what do we gotta do? Left to the right, and just keep grinding as we did it with the exhaust manifold. If you want to see how to clean the exhaust pipes, you just gotta check it out, the video in the link in the description below or here in the cards. So kind of tired to deal with the glue with the clay bar, and as you can see it's not really working. It's definitely did something to it, might just get the edge off, but so let's try a rubbing alcohol, which is the isopropyl alcohol, 91%. Folded the towel a couple times. Just gonna get the small dot and we'll see if it can do anything with it or not. And look at that. So isopropyl alcohol, big thumbs up. But I think it did work because we already softened it. So if you wanted to deal a little bit with that with a clay bar and then use the isopropyl alcohol and wipe it off, that should work. But let's try it out. The next step, the GooOf, which is supposed to be specially made for those type of guys. So that's kind of interesting because I tried yesterday and it did not work, kind of. So it was really hard to remove the contaminants of. So let's get that little spot here and start rubbing up and down to see if it's grinding it. I mean, I kind of see in the results right away, but it's not that major as from the isopropyl alcohol. And I would say isopropyl alcohol, it's relatively safe for the materials. And I mean, GooOf is also pretty safe, but as you can see, we rub it pretty much as long as we did it with the rubbing alcohol, but it's still got lots of contamination left. And I'm putting like a lots of force. As you can see, there is still lots of stuff left. Less safest one, it's gonna be the acetone. Acetone, you gotta make sure you're not gonna touch the rubber like with the acetone or so, because it start eating the rubber parts or plastic or the paint right away. So just be really careful with that. Let's keep going with that area. If you have the masking tape, it's better to tape it up the areas you're not working with. But let's start with the very edge. And it's like clean it right away. Let's try to finish it up with that spot where we've been working with the GooOf, and it's almost gone. Got a little bit left. That is cool. We have a couple scratches, quite a bit of scratches. We're gonna be working with the 1-inch disc and gonna be buffing and polishing that surface, so it's gonna be nice and shiny. After all, we're gonna try to get rid of those scratches because they kind of all over the perimeter, which is not cool. I'll get in back to the isopropyl alcohol, and apparently that spot is much tougher, so it's like bigger area. Oh, a little bit too much. And we'll try to deal with that as far as that is. We know the acetone is working. GooOf is not really. It's probably good for pretty fresh glue or so. But as far as you can see, it's kind of working and kind of not. Okay, now it's much better. Wow, look at that. Nice. So we completely did get rid of that sticky stuff in there. Kind of simple and easy way how to remove the oil contaminants or the glue contaminants or some sticker contaminants from off your car. Sometimes you can use a steam, and that's going to be much easier because the steam is going to soften that contamination, whatever is on your paint, and then you use a little bit of the GooOf, which is safe for your paint. Same as the rubbing alcohol, isopropyl alcohol. Sometimes you can get away with the 60% of the alcohol contamination in there. But after all, try it out. If you wanted to use the acetone right away, make sure you try it out somewhere on not really visible spot, as somewhere at the edge or on a bumper, on some type of the kind of the same material, and see what it's gonna do to your paint or to the material you're working with, because it's kind of pretty serious, especially for this car. That's really unique paint. One, have a lot of gasket, the rubber pieces, and three, the materials is kind of different from regular BMW. That's why you gotta be pretty cautious and pretty careful with it. Anyway guys, if you like the video, please put the thumbs up button there, subscribe my channel, and leave me a comment below. I'll see you in the next one.